All right, welcome back, friends. This is MDog, and today there has been an update in Russian Fishing 4, and I just chronologically wanted to just sort of set the stage for this update. The last thing we heard, and this was on March 13th, so really only a month ago and whatever that is, 4 days. It said, "Carp hunters, stay tuned." We got this picture here with what looks like some sort of koi carp variation, a rod pod, and very exciting. Something for carp fishing. We've been wanting rod pods and that kind of thing in this game for so long. So this was, not a lot of information, but it was certainly interesting information. And there's a lot of speculation about, is this a new map? Is this actually, some people thought this was at sort of the edge of, up in a certain part of Mosquito, or could it have been like a Bear Lake rework on the other side or something? I don't know. There's a lot of speculation, I heard. But today there was an announcement about what has been titled Russian Fishing 4 Copper Lake teaser. So this may be an actual very short teasers in this. Well, I guess teasers are always very short. In Russian Fishing 4, when they've done teasers, it's been pretty short. This looks like this is a 51-second video, which we're 1 second in. So I haven't seen this yet. I actually wanted to just sort of record my viewing of it and share it with you all in case you haven't seen it, or in case you value my reaction to it, which I don't know if I'll have much reaction. I mean, I don't know where this is taking us, though. With the last announcement of Stay Tuned Carp Hunters, I guess my initial thought is like, okay, it's a lake, Copper Lake. It's maybe it's where we were seeing in that picture. I'm actually doing a quick search here of is Copper Lake a real thing? I mean, there's got to be copper lakes in the world, right? I mean, copper is not that unusual of a name. But what comes up? Well, actually, multiple copper lakes does come up, to be honest. So I'm seeing, at least even just in the U.S., I'm seeing something in the state of Washington. I'm also seeing something in Colorado. I'm assuming those are two separate. Anyway, I didn't even think about that. Okay, let's take a look. Let's see what this teaser trailer is all about, and then we can maybe talk a little more about the implications. Okay, I just want to say, I promise I'll hit play. I mean, this is such a short teaser trailer. There's no point in me, pausing, starting and stopping, because it's going to be over before we know it. But I'm overcome with this realization that I've never seen anything like this in any sort of promotional stuff for Russian Fishing 4. This sort of style of music, whatever is going on with the zooming in and out, the sort of like fog of war of this night camping view. I mean, I have no idea what's going on here. All right, I actually need to go through that again, skipping this beginning part. So first of all, this beginning part, I don't know, is there actually value in that? It's so weird. It's almost off-putting because it's so weird. Does that, I guess that looks like, are those Russian letters? Someone will know if those are actually Russian letters. So now the Google search needs to be, is there a Copper Lake in Russia? Really, what comes up are these videos. Is this trailer. So probably not. I mean, if that was a real thing, then surely it would. Wait, the Copper Lake villages offer comfortable living in naturally beautiful surroundings, excellent location, only 15 kilometers from St. Petersburg. I'm sure a lot more information. I mean, folks who are familiar with this part of the world will be able to share if there's any sense in which this could be based on something real. But let's get back to the video. So again, for my taste, this beginning stuff, and we're going to sort of look at this without the music. Frankly, it was just distracting. I feel like it took me like half the video just to recover from the confusion of all that. So then we get the frog. Looked a little different than our regular frogs, right? Am I right? I think I'm right. A little different. Fresh frogs. All right, now we have this transition, by the way, to just immediately, it's like beautiful music. It feels more like relaxing. Right off the bat, you're like, okay, yeah, this actually is obviously this same place that was in this picture. That's what we're looking at. I don't see anything new. I mean, this is obviously I think this is the exact same scene from where the picture was taken, the preview picture we got. One thing I'm curious about is this doesn't. I'm not sure that this up here is natural. I'm wondering if that's what that is. Actually, I may be wrong, because whatever this is might be the same. It's just a different variation. So maybe the question is more of what is this? And maybe that's just a flower. Maybe that's just the graphics of a flower bloom. It's so similar in color to this. Even though this looks man-made to me, it might not be. It might just be... It just might be colors of the trees coming through. I don't know. It looked weird there for a second, but... Alright, so we have some fish. I don't know, mirror carp, or... These look like little carp to me. Definitely carp species. A little bigger one. Now we're going to have a school, or a bunch of carp. Scaly. Look more like the koi carp variation. Very, I mean, we're seeing at least 4 different color variations there. Possibly more. Which, that's interesting. And I think that's all we get, right? That really is a teaser trailer. That really is. And imagine it all started with this. That was actually the beginning of it. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that we're gonna get a lot more information from studying that trailer. It's just, that is what it is. And as typically the case, we don't get any sort of dates or indication of next steps or anything. And I think typically with Russian Fishing 4, it's sort of that attitude of like, it's ready when it's ready. Now, we just don't know how far along is it. But it's sometimes like the teaser trailer until the time that the map actually releases. Sometimes that's a pretty long time. Sometimes it's much quicker. So we'll see in this case how long it ends up being. But that's really it. I won't waste any more time. Let's just wrap it up and say that it is exciting. I mean, carp fishing is certainly one of my favorite things to do in RF4. So the idea that we would have another map, especially a map that comes out after Norway, with all of the implications of that could be super fun. So excited to see more information about this map and find out when it actually is coming. But as always, thank you for watching. If you have ideas, if you picked up on things, yeah, it might have just been, by the way, these trees over here in the darkness of like the time of day or whatever. It could have been just those color variations coming through. But yeah, let me know if you picked up anything, if you have some opinions about any of the fish species they briefly showed. But always, thanks for watching Tight Lines, and I'll see you next time.